You know when you guys are watching YouTube videos and people are talking about how to get healthy, how to get fit, and they mention things like eat organic and cook all your own meals, and the whole time you're wondering, how the hell am I supposed to do that if I'm not a rich person that goes to Whole Foods? I mean, it's a cultural joke that people call Whole Foods an organic shop, whole paycheck. So what do you actually do if you're on a budget, or if you're a student, or if you're just not making that much money? That's what we're talking about in today's video. What's up guys, Alex Hine here, author of Master the Day. Now the very first habit is to just buy stuff in bulk. I would primarily recommend that you actually eat carbs because carbs you can buy in bulk and they're often the cheapest. If you compare buying a huge bag of brown rice versus even getting just 3 bell peppers, you can get a couple pounds of brown rice for the same price as 2 or 3 red bell peppers. So the reality is that obviously the fresher the food and the more fresh fruits and vegetables, they're going to be a lot more expensive. Bottom line, hands down. So for me, when I was on a budget, the big thing I would do is I would eat less meat, I would eat less fresh vegetables, or I would buy the cheapest vegetables I could find, and I would just have a little bit more brown rice or whole wheat bread with my meals because they're cheap fillers. I mean, you see this all over the world. In really poor countries, the staple foods they're called staples for a reason. They are staples of our diets, the sweet potatoes, the rices, the grains, and so on. Habit number 2, don't buy organic. This sounds crazy considering I'm talking about healthy living here, but the reality is that if you're a person right now that doesn't eat healthy food, going from eating like a bag of chips for lunch to eating vegetables, even if they're not organic, is a huge win. So if organic is tripling the price of your groceries, which it often does, I could get groceries for $20 a week before, and now that I eat more organic food, that's 60, sometimes even more, going to like a health food store. If you're on a budget, don't buy organic. Just eat vegetables or the right kinds of meats. And if you can't afford organic for everything, then don't. Or just get your meat organic if that scares you. Focus on just being very minimalist. The third habit is to just buy your food en masse. For example, you can get a Costco membership, and I don't know what the price is per year, but it's pretty cheap based on what you'll save. And you can actually end up getting mass amounts of vegetables. And in particular, one of the things where it really helps is that you can get mass amounts of meat for much cheaper than you ordinarily would. So I would buy whatever you can in bulk and just store it in your freezer. I often buy 4 to 5 pounds of chicken when I see it on sale, and then I'll just cook 2 or 3 pounds that night for a couple of my meals that week. But then the rest of it, I'll just freeze and I'll keep in the freezer. So if you see a place with good prices, or if you want to buy in bulk, just buy the meat, which is typically one of the most expensive things, and then freeze it and save it for later. But try to buy things in bulk if you can swing it. The fourth habit is to stop spending money on liquid calories. You know, I never understood this. I would have friends crying about not having enough money, and then they're going out and they're buying $5 lattes at Starbucks. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So if you've got all these little small purchases of smoothies, of lattes, of coffees that are a couple bucks each time per day, start cutting out those little things if that's what it takes, right? Obviously, I would suggest you try to earn more money in addition to cutting back, but if you have to, don't spend your money on the liquid calories, spend it on real physical food because it's going to keep you fuller longer anyway. Habit number 5, look, if you absolutely have to, buy frozen veggies. Are they ideal? No. Do they have as much nutrition as real fresh veggies? No. But it's still, everything is on a scale, it's on a spectrum. If a person's eating junk food now or they're going out to get fast food for dinner, then yes, getting frozen green beans is going to be a big upgrade compared to whatever they had before. So think in a spectrum, like this is the least healthy, the worst, McDonald's, whatever, and then this is the most healthy. Try to find the middle ground. Don't try to spend $80 on organic food and all the perfect macronutrients and getting ghee instead of butter. Just keep it really simple. Now the 6th habit here is to actually cook. If you don't cook, I get it, you're busy, but if you don't cook, listen to this comparison I made really quick between the price of each meal when I cooked versus when I didn't cook. So I actually compared several things versus going out to lunch. And I got chicken for $4.99 a pound. It was about 2.5 pounds of chicken. And I got $3 for several pounds of brown rice. $3 to $5 roughly was broccoli. $5 for spices if you want to factor that in if you don't already have it. And that worked out to me to be about 5 meals of protein, of veggies, and many more meals of carbs. So that was like 10 to 15 meals of carbs. And overall, this worked out to somewhere between $3 and $4 per meal. Now, is there a place really anywhere where you can get food for $3 to $4 a meal that's not McDonald's? That's not really low food quality? Obviously, presumably, if you're here, you're doing it because you want to be better and you want to be healthier and fitter. So McDonald's is probably not well aligned with your goals. So let's just say $4 is an upper level estimate for what this costs per meal. Think about if your breakfast is 2 eggs, a piece of toast, and some vegetables or fruit. What is that, like $1.50 per meal? There's no way you're going to be able to get a good deal like that eating out. It'd be very hard to match. And then the 7th habit here to eat better on a budget is to prioritize. I've got friends that always want to travel. They always want to do these new adventures. They always want to be able to go to the movies or go out to the bar. And yet they always bitch and moan when they can't because they don't have enough money. And yet, it's often that those same people are the ones with the new iPhone 7, which I don't even have and I don't plan on getting. They often have the nice 4K TVs, the new technology, new shoes. Want to stop hating what you see in the mirror? Stop buying shit you don't need, like that 4K TV. So I hope that helps, guys. 7 ways to get fitter and eat better while on a budget. Before you go, I want you to leave a comment there below and let me know right there below what's one thing you do to eat better while on a budget. Hey guys, it's Alex. Did you like this video? If so, there are really 2 ways you can stay in touch with me. The first thing is to go over, click the monk, and subscribe so you get the next video right when it's out. I'm releasing at least 3 videos per week, but often a lot more. The next thing is, come on over and check out my book, Master the Day. It's called Master the Day, Eat, Move, and Live Better with the Power of Daily Habits. And it's all about the tiny daily success habits that I learned interviewing people that lost over 100 pounds and kept it off years later in a healthy way. The success habits that not only get your dream body, but also your dream life. And as a special thank you, if you get the book, send me your receipt to alexander@modernhealthmonk.com. I'll send you a 1-hour bonus video course for free. And one important piece of it is an hour sit-down success story with my friend and my student Mike, who lost 30 pounds. So you can go check that out on Amazon right there. The next thing is, come on over to my site, modernhealthmonk.com. I've got a free guide for you there, 5 daily habits to help you lose your next 20 to 30 pounds. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you soon.